Hi, good evening. This is the welcome talk for St. George's and Wantage Hall. In a minute, we're going to play a presentation to talk about some of the rules and regulations we have in halls. But just before we do that, please complete the check-in form to register your attendance. Otherwise, you will be asked to attend another one of these talks, and next one will be in person. The link to the check-in form is in the Q&A part of the chat. So if you just go on there and click on that, even if you're watching as a flat, please register your attendance individually. And now we're going to play the presentation.
Hi, I'm Sue Wallace, the Residential Support and Discipline Manager at the university. I'm here to explain how you can access support whilst you live in halls and how we manage behaviour during your stay. Our team of 5 trained wardens come from a variety of backgrounds but all have relevant experience of halls living. We have our own office, which is located over in St George's Hall, and this is staffed 7 days a week. You can contact the team by email or one of our drop-ins. The details can all be found on the posters in your kitchen, as well as the university's essential website. If you're not sure, just call the Hall's hotline. Let me introduce the team to you. We have Amir, Faith, Carrie, Danny, and Lewis. And of course, there's myself as team manager. At our university, and indeed in the halls, we believe that fostering an atmosphere conducive to academic success requires a balance between freedom and responsibility. Our wardens play a crucial part in maintaining this delicate equilibrium. The team are not only enforcers of the rules within halls, but they also act as a point of contact for you, offering guidance, advice and assistance on a variety of areas, including any academic challenges, personal matters, your accommodation, as well as in-the-moment support. So please feel free to approach them and have a chat about your concerns. The wardens can also help you connect with other university services, such as student welfare, counselling and wellbeing, and DAS, that's the Disability Advisory Service. We know for many of you this will be your first experience of communal living, and we want you to have a great experience. But at the same time, we know this may not be the case for everyone, and turmoil can happen for many reasons and at any time. The wardens are there to help with issues of unrest within the halls, homesickness, mental health concerns, and general well-being. I would like to reiterate that we stand firm in our zero tolerance policy for any behaviour that is never okay, including racism and discrimination. I know it can be difficult, but if you feel you are not being treated with dignity and respect, please consider telling your warden about your experience or using report and support. You may find talking about sex and consent difficult, but it is so important that we all build a shared understanding of what consent is, how to respect boundaries, and how to positively intervene in a situation. Consent is agreeing by choice and having the freedom and capacity to choose. We would urge you to participate in the Consent Matters training on our Essentials site. Remember, no topic is out of bounds for the wardens. Discipline forms the backbone of any successful institution, and our wardens are instrumental in upholding it. They oversee the compliance to university policies and procedures and hall rules, promoting an environment that encourages mutual respect, integrity, and responsible behaviour. By setting clear expectations and offering guidance, They help create a harmonious community in which we want everyone to thrive. They address any breaches of conduct promptly and fairly, ensuring that you are all aware of your responsibilities whilst living in halls and the consequences if those rules are not followed. Wardens will investigate any breaches or allegations with impartiality and as swiftly as the process allows, in conjunction with the university student disciplinary procedure. Sanctions can include warnings, monetary fines, or escalation to the Student Disciplinary Committee. All details can be found on Essentials, but we will send you information through our monthly newsletters, which will include links to the Student Code of Conduct and Student Residency Agreement, 2 documents you have all signed up to adhere by. Wardens work very closely with our security colleagues to help maintain a safe and secure living environment. Security will call out the duty warden during the night time if they feel their presence is required. A duty warden is available 365 days of the year. A team I haven't mentioned yet is the Hall Mentors. So who are they? The university employ and train 21 PhD students to assist the wardens in their pastoral support duties. They also live in halls themselves and are assigned to specific halls, which means they get to know the uniqueness of each residency. As students, they can holistically support you from knowledge concerning academic engagement to navigating campus resources, providing mentoring and understanding to the challenges students face today. They are also committed to organising various hall events to enhance the sense of belonging, building a vibrant community spirit and helping you connect with other students. This year, the weekly recreational and social events occur every Saturday between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. The upcoming events will be in our newsletter and on Essentials, so do keep an eye open for the first email and step out of your comfort zone and come along. As part of our inclusivity, we will not serve alcohol at these events. It is worth noting that the fines I mentioned earlier fund the events put on by the Hall Mentors. Before I go, I wanted to explain about the quieter lifestyle halls. You will know you're in one as either you have requested this or the accommodation partners have told you about it. Quieter halls doesn't mean silent, as I'm sure you can appreciate. Noise is an inherent aspect of communal living. However, if there is persistent noise or it becomes a nuisance, then please do speak to one of the wardens or a hall mentor. So that's it from me. I want to wish you every success at university, and my hope is that you will make positive, unforgettable memories during your year in halls.
Hall Mentors are postgraduate students who live in Hall and help support the wardens. You can find your Hall warden on the poster in your kitchen. Alternatively, contact the Hall's hotline for their details. Welcome to the community. Reading is a friendly community and a great place to socialise. But remember, there are many non-students living in the streets around campus and halls. It's important to be considerate and respectful to these neighbours and be aware of the noise you are making when you are socialising, especially late at night. Complaints from neighbours can lead to disciplinary sanctions. Please also remember that you cannot bring cars to university unless you have approved special circumstances. The university has a street support team. These street wardens work at night around the streets off campus. You will recognise them by their uniforms and high-vis. The street wardens can provide advice if you need help late at night. They're very friendly, so do say hi if you need their help.
One of the first things you should do at Reading is register with a local doctor. You'll be spending the majority of the next few years in Reading, so it's important that you have a local doctor available to you. There are 3 practices in close proximity to the university. For more information on choosing, please see www.nhs.uk. Getting into good habits in your university life will help you settle and make the most of your time here. Things like eating well, good sleeping habits, and getting exercise can set you up for success. Our Life Tools series of events can help you get into these good habits and set you up for a great start to life at university. Meningitis is a serious illness with potentially fatal consequences. Make sure you're in the know about meningitis and the signs to watch out for. More information can be found in the Hall's A to Z handbook. If you have any concerns, please call 101 or visit your GP.
To follow now is a short video from the Mayor of London. Male violence against women and girls starts with words. If you see it happening, have a word with yourself, then your mates.
I've not eaten anything all day, bruv. You know what? I can do with this too, pal. Oi, Lee! Jacob eats favourite.
Text me when you get home, okay? I will.
I'm paying. Come on. How much? Gee, proper fit, bro. Sweetheart, you alright? You alright, yeah? She ain't listening, man. Want a crisp? Go on, have a crisp. Go on, have a crisp. Bit of the moody one, isn't she? A little bit rude, to be honest. God, geez, am I really that bad?
My taxi's nearly here.
Taxi?
Oi, Jacob, you're not gonna say anything? Just leave me alone, man. Bro, look at her.
Whoa, where are you going in such a hurry? All I've done is be nice. Nice, that's it. I'm trying to be nice, all right? And all I'm getting is this.
What are you doing? You need to say something. This isn't a joke anymore.
All right? What is it? What is your problem? You've not said one word, no?
Come on, bro.
You're not so pretty with that face on, you know? I just don't understand.
What are you doing? That's enough.
Male violence against women and girls can start with words,
Only joking, bruv.
but it doesn't stop there.
Let's go.
If you see it happening, have a word with yourself, then your mates.
Hi folks, my name is Justin. I'm the General Manager for Park Group, which incorporates Childs, Mackinder, Stenton and Windsor Halls. I work for a company called UPP, which is in partnership with the University of Reading to look after the Hall's accommodation on the university's behalf. Our number one aim is to provide a clean, well-maintained and safe environment for you all to live in and for our staff to work in. Our housekeeping, maintenance, front of house and management teams all work together to help us achieve this. We're a friendly and approachable bunch, so please do say hello and speak to us if you're ever unsure of anything. We were recently asked for our 3 top tips for residents moving into halls, and this is what we came up with. Firstly, read your Hall's A to Z handbook. I appreciate this might be a bit of a stretch, so perhaps don't read it from cover to cover, but familiarise yourself from where you can find it online and on the Home at Halls app. I suggest you flick through the content so you have an idea of all the areas it covers, so if you're ever in doubt in the future, you can use it for reference. It will help ensure you are following the Hall rules and keeping yourself and others safe. Secondly, take time out to hold an informal meeting with your flat or household. Be realistic and honest with each other and decide how you all want to live for the next year. Agree arrangements around kitchen tidiness, dishwashing, noise levels, etc. I promise you laying some ground rules now may help avoid unnecessary conflict down the line. And finally, if you're not sure, please ask. If you're uncertain, then there's bound to be others who are uncertain also. So please just stop and ask us. All of our team are in UPP uniform, which is navy blue with the UPP logo on it. You'll find us around site, but also in our reception underneath Windsor Hall. We also answer your queries via the Home at Halls app and through our 24 hours a day Halls hotline. So, if you have a worry, concern or problem, please don't sit in silence. Just come and ask us. That's me done, so thanks very much for your time. On behalf of all the UPP team, Welcome to Reading. We look forward to seeing you around the site, and please don't forget to say hello.
Bike security. Cycle theft is a problem in many locations throughout the UK, and Reading is no different. Here's just a few tips just for you, your bike, and arriving now at university. Ensure your bike is insured, hopefully before you arrive at university, but if you haven't already, organise it now. Register your bike on the national database. Remember, you cannot store your bicycle in your accommodation. Use the designated bike racks or sheds on campus, as they'll be more public and may be covered by CCTV. Always secure your bike with 2 quality bike locks. For added security, consider purchasing an Amobi Bike RFID bicycle security tag. And I have to remind you that bicycles are always stored at owner's own risk.
Living in halls is a great experience to meet new people and enjoy a shared community, but to make sure everyone enjoys their living space, it's important to understand your responsibilities. Cleaners will visit weekly, but for them to be able to complete their jobs effectively, you all have a duty to ensure the space is kept tidy and accessible. This includes keeping surfaces clear, emptying the bins regularly, and cleaning up after cooking between each visit. It's important to work together with your flatmates, so please refer to the yellow kitchen poster for more information.
The next short video we'll be showing is covering fire safety in halls.
Let's be honest, fire safety isn't going to be at the top of your to-do list when you're starting uni.
But it is important, so stick with us for a few minutes while we show you how to stop fires from happening in your accommodation and what to do if one does start.
So you can avoid situations like this. Once you've started cooking, don't get distracted, especially if you're grilling or frying something.
Always say with whatever you're cooking to keep an eye on it. And while we're in the kitchen, try to keep your oven trays clean, as grease and fat are highly flammable. All it takes is a quick wipe down when you're done cooking and you're sorted.
Make sure you use the correct charger for your device, ideally the one that it came with. And if you're an international student, please make sure that your chargers work with the power supply in the UK. Using the wrong charger can overload the supply and cause it to overheat.
Also, avoid overloading plug sockets and extension leads. This could create a power surge and cause a fire. Only plug in the number of plugs it was built for.
Fairy lights are a great way to decorate your room, but please make sure they're battery and LED based. Unlike mains powered ones, these don't heat up no matter how long they're on for.
Smoking indoors is banned. That goes for both cigarettes and vapes. Head to the designated smoking area.
Now this bit's really important. So fire doors have this symbol on them and they're designed to stop the spread of fires, but they only work if you keep the door closed, so please don't wedge them open.
Don't mess about with the smoke detectors, fire alarms and firefighting equipment. Keeping these in good shape means they're ready to save your life if there's a fire.
If you hear this noise, then it means you have to leave the building. Don't presume that it's a test.
Walk, don't run, and head to
your fire assembly point.
Check with your accommodation so you know where to go.
This stuff might not be exciting, but it is important. If you don't take the right actions, then fires can start and spread very quickly. Plus, you don't want to be known as the one that caused that fire.
So remember to follow the advice mentioned here, and you can keep your time at uni flame-free.
We will now hear from your campus security team.
Hello, my name is Dilip Ayman and I'm the Security Services Manager. I'm part of a team of around 60 security officers who are trained, licensed and working around the clock to keep you safe while you're here with us at the University of Reading. You can recognise us by the distinctive red, white and black livery on the vehicles we drive and the uniform we wear. If you need to, you can contact us in a number of ways. You can visit the control room here at White Knight's house. It's open 24 hours a day. Alternatively, you can telephone us on either of these two numbers. Please save them to your phone as a speed dial in case you ever feel vulnerable, threatened or need us. Hopefully you never will, and you can delete them after you leave us. Or you can stop us when we are walking or driving on patrol. If you're living in student accommodation, you will have dedicated members of our team here to look after you. So go and say hello to them. They are your go-to people if ever you have a security concern or feel threatened or vulnerable in any way. We are here to keep you safe, so please let us know if you need help at any time. It's important that you listen to and follow any instructions you are given. For example, if you're asked to leave a building in the event of a fire alarm activation, if you're asked for your student identification to make sure we know who you are and that only people who should be here are here. Listening to instructions is especially important if there is a serious, life-threatening incident. Whilst it's unlikely to happen during your time here, we do have a security response in place just in case to help keep you safe. What you need to do, please, is download the Call My app on your mobile. If it is ever activated and doesn't say it's a test, then you need to listen to what you're being told and follow the instructions given. From all of us in the security team, welcome to the University of Reading. Remember, we are here to look after you and keep you safe. And you can come to us if ever you need help. Thank you.
You can download the Call My app by scanning the QR code on screen. You can see a QR code for each popular operating system, so please scan the code that is relevant to your phone. Don't forget, you have an important role to play in keeping our campus and halls safe. Remain vigilant. If someone tailgates you into a building, which is when you use your card to access a building and someone follows you in without scanning their own card, do consider if it feels right. If something doesn't feel right, reach out to your campus security team.
I'm really pleased to now introduce our Home Halls team.
The Home Halls programme provides social events, activities, initiatives and competitions completely free to all students living in halls, with community, wellbeing and sustainability in mind. We run a series of events from craft nights, relaxation and wellbeing sessions and themed food nights. We also run cultural events to celebrate different religious holidays, and we also provide support to students through community pantries, free sanitary products in communal toilets and financial webinars. A highlight from last year was running the Halls Awards. It was a great event where staff and students came together to celebrate students' time in halls. There was live music, there was food, games and the award ceremony at the end. Any student living in halls or residence can get involved. If you have friends visiting, they can come along too. We post our events on the Home at Halls app where you can find out more information and sign up. You can also tell us what events you want to see for our surveys and social media channels with lots of chances to win prizes. Attending Home at Halls events enables you to meet new people within your halls, leading to new friendships. You can also learn a new skill at an event and ultimately have fun for free.
Following is a brief introduction to your Reading Student Union.
Welcome to the University of Reading. We are Reading Students' Union, or the SU. Think of us as your central hub on White Knight's campus, a place for support, entertainment, involvement, and making your voice heard. Crucially, we are independent from the university and student-led, focused entirely on your interests and opportunities. We offer a wide range of services to enhance your university experience. Our advice and support services provide free, confidential help with everything from academics to housing. We are also the home of sports, societies, and volunteering, with over 150 groups waiting for you to join. Be sure to check out our Freshers Fairs from Tuesday 23rd to Thursday 25th during Welcome Week to find out more. We champion the student voice and campaigns, ensuring your opinions are heard at every level of the university. And finally, we're all about student-focused events, bars, and our nightclub, 360. From welcome parties to quizzes, our bars and coffee shops offer great places to relax, and our nightclub is perfect for a fantastic night out. We're here to help you make amazing memories. Each year, the student body elects 5 students like you to lead the Students' Union. They take a year out of their studies to work full-time paid leadership jobs right here at the SU. Their main role is to make sure your voices are heard at the highest levels of the university. These are your full-time officers for the coming year: Ella, Tiam, Endelin, Martina, and Sarah. This year, their key priorities include improving student housing. They'll be working to make sure you have safe, affordable, and quality places to live. Boosting career prospects. They want to create stronger connections with alumni to help you with your future careers. Enhancing clubs and societies. Making sure all our clubs and societies are accessible and diverse, offering something for everyone. Creating inclusive events. Developing more events and experiences on campus that are welcoming to everyone, from club nights to crafting. They're here to support you. If you have any questions or want to chat, you can find them right in the welcome area of the Students' Union building. Don't hesitate to say hello or drop them a message on Instagram. Find their accounts on screen now.
We will now hear from Corinne Brooks, our International Student Experience Manager here at Reading.
Moving to a new country to study can be unsettling, and it can take some time to get used to living with new people in an unfamiliar environment. Be kind to yourself and appreciate that it might take some time to feel settled in Reading. If you are an international student and have any questions or concerns, please get in touch. I'm happy to help. Come and visit me in the Carrington building or contact me by email. See you soon.
We'll now take a look at our shared commitment to sustainability and how together we can work towards our sustainability goals. Net zero by 2030. Yes, we're serious. And so is the university and the local community, which you are now a key member of. Be part of it by reducing your use, whether that be electricity, water, or disposables. Just by taking the time to report minor maintenance such as dripping taps or running toilets, you can have a huge impact on the amount of water saved. Switch off appliances at the plug when not in use. Turn off your lights when you leave a room, and turn down radiator thermostats when you're not in your room or going away for a few days. Living in halls, whether in a meal plan hall or self-catered, provides an opportunity for everyone to play a key role in our sustainability strategy and the shared goals of living in a university community. Recycle, recycle, recycle. And most importantly, get it in the right bin. All of the bin signage is consistent across the university. We want to avoid as much waste as possible going into our general waste bins, the grey ones, and almost all waste going into our 3 key recycling streams: dry mixed, food and glass. We're good at this at Reading, and we get better and better every year, so we need you to maintain the upward trajectory and ensure that our residents of 24-25 make the biggest difference yet.
Now we will talk about how meal plans work and where our on-campus dining venues are located. Meal plans give you access to a wide range of dining venues across both the White Knight and London campuses. It's a smart way to save time, avoid the hassle of cooking, and focus on what really matters: your studies, your social life, and the university experience. There are more than 6 on-campus dining venues where your meal plan is valid. Many of these operate as all-you-care-to-eat locations, offering a wide variety of dishes, cuisines, and portion flexibility. This means you can build your plate just how you like it, with as much or as little as you need. You can purchase your meal plan online via the Clever Cuisine website, or if you prefer to speak to someone in person, just visit the concierge desk, Park Eat dining venue, and a member of our specialist team will be there to help you choose a plan that's right for you. Next, we'll talk about our laundry facilities. At our halls, we have 11 laundry rooms with washers and dryers. You can save more by purchasing a laundry bundle in advance. For more information and to purchase a laundry bundle, download the WashNet app and select your bundle to save.
Okay, I will be joined in a moment with colleagues from university and UPP to answer your questions. But just before we do that, I'd like to remind you all again to complete the check-in form, which is in the Q&A section of the chat, and make sure you do that individually. Otherwise, you will be asked to attend another one of these events. And now to start off, I have my colleague Justin, who is Deputy Residence Director here at UPP. Hi, Justin.
Hi, Christina. How are you? Hello, everyone.
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good, very good.
Would you like to quickly introduce
Ready for all the questions. Ready for all the questions.
Would you like to very quickly introduce yourself and what you do?
So yes, my name's Justin. I'm Deputy Director for UPP here at Reading with my colleague Catherine, and I'm particularly look after Park Group, but I've got a lot of knowledge about the whole site, so I'm hoping to impart it to you this evening.
Thank you.
The more difficult questions, the better.
Okay, our first question for you is, how can residents order parcels to halls?
Okay, so you can have your parcels delivered to the receptions. If you use the registered address that you were given when you first moved in, that's very important because it makes sure that the parcel or the letters will get to us. They'll arrive at the reception. And we will process them on the Home at Halls app, and you will get a notification to say that your parcel has arrived. Sometimes you do often get a notification from the courier. Please ignore that if it's coming to the reception, because we have to process the parcel, and we won't be allowed to give it to you until we've actually gone through that procedure. So wait for the email from the Home at Halls before you come down to reception and collect. And you'll need to bring your campus card with you for identification to ensure we're not giving it to the wrong person.
Thank you. And can residents order fresh food to halls?
You can order fresh food to halls, but please be wary that you do have a parcel coming, because obviously if you don't come and collect it, we're going to have to throw it in the dustbin because it's likely to go off. And also please be mindful that if it's that heavy, we won't be able to accept it. We have to consider the manual handling for the staff. And if it is too heavy, I'm afraid we will refuse delivery from the courier.
Thank you. And now we have a question for Amir, who's joining us from the Warden team. Hi, Amir.
Hi, everyone. Hello. Hi, my name is Amir. I am the warden for St. George's and Wantage Hall, and I look after the welfare and discipline of students in halls.
Thank you. Our first question for you is, what's the Call My app for the what's the ID for it for the Reading Security Group?
Okay. Difficult question. I actually don't know. I will find out and I will let you know by the end of the Q&A. But I think, yeah, I am not sure to be honest. Okay, you got me there.
Okay. I think I'm going to post security's number in the chat as well, because they might have the answer.
Yeah, probably they would know about this. Yes.
Okay. And our next question for you is, how do guests work? What are the rules around having guests in halls?
Having guests around, yeah. I mean, you're all welcome to have guests around. That's absolutely no problem. But two things to bear in mind. One is to register your guest on the Home at Halls app, and that you are responsible for the behavior of your guests. So please make sure that you are with your guests at all times, and remind them to be considerate of other residents who live in halls. If you are planning to have overnight visitors, that's fine, but again, you need to register them on the app, and you can only have guests every 2 nights in a 7-day rolling period. So if you have a guest tonight and tomorrow, then you have to wait another 7 days until you can have overnight guests after that, if that makes sense.
Thank you. And now I have a couple more questions for Justin.
Fire away.
Okay, Justin, our next question for you is, what happens to registered and signed parcels?
What happens to registered and signed parcels? They are considered a parcel, just a standard parcel. So when they arrive, we keep them. We sign for them from the courier. We keep them in our post office and reception, and then we ping you a notification through the Home at Halls app to say that it's arrived and you can come and collect.
Thank you. And when would the heating be turned on?
Right, so we do have a heating season which runs from the 1st of October through to the 1st of May. I'm glad to say, because it has got a bit colder this week, the heating is now being turned on as from yesterday. So we're mindful that you might be a bit cold in your accommodation. So it should start coming. You should notice a difference now over this weekend.
Thank you. And I think if you're feeling cold, just call the house hotline. They'll be able to arrange a temperature check for you. Okay. And where can residents dispose of their bedroom bins?
So that if you want to dispose of the rubbish in your bedroom bins, just take them along to the kitchen and put them in the various bins which are there. We're very keen on to recycle as much as possible. So please, please, please use the recycling bins as much as possible, and also the food recycling bins. We want as little as possible going into the black general waste bins. And then if you put them into there, on about 2 or 3 times a week, our staff will come across and clear the rubbish from the kitchens and take it away from you.
Thank you. We now have another question for Mia. Hi again. Our question for you is, how do guests work if a guest is another student who lives on campus?
Very good question. Same principle. A guest is a guest, because if anyone, I would say, outside of your flat will be a guest. Anyone outside of, for those for example, for Wantage, when some of the flats are accessible, then anyone outside of the halls would be a guest. So if your friend, for example, lives in Child's Har but you're in Wantage, so they are still have to abide by the same rules.
You're on mute, Christina.
Sorry, now we have another question for Justine. Justin, our next question for you is, are LED fairy lights allowed in the room?
Fairy lights are allowed in the rooms, but we only in the accommodation actually, but we only allow battery lights. That's for fire safety. The LED strip lights are very popular at the moment. They're not battery, they tend to be mains, so we'd rather you not use them. And also when you put them up, they cause a lot of damage to the paintwork, which you will be charged for if they do cause damage at the end of your tenancy. But in essence, yes, we do allow fairy lights, but they have to be battery lights.
Thank you. And can you tell us what's the difference between a fire alarm test and a fire drill?
Okay, so fire drill is something we hold in the next 3 weeks, and it is purely there for us to test our procedures over fire evacuation, and also to test you to see if you've paid attention to all of the notices which are displayed in the accommodation, and you've read the fire notices in the kitchen. As I said, these take place over the next 3 weeks. We don't tell you when they're happening, they just do happen. And if we ask you to vacate within 2.5 to 3 minutes, and if we don't get that response, a good enough response, we do it all over again at a different time. So please, when you hear the fire alarms, an extended fire alarm, please evacuate as quickly and as safely as possible. As for the weekly fire alarm test, this is something we have to do, and it takes place at different times around the hall, and it's just a short burst of the fire alarms on a specific morning of the week. And if you look at the yellow poster in your kitchen, the fire poster in your kitchen, which will be on the notice board, that will tell you exactly what day it takes place on. It's a very short burst. You don't need to evacuate. If you do hear a prolonged burst of the fire alarms, then you need to evacuate.
Thank you. And are residents allowed to bring air fryers in?
Air fryers are allowed. I will say, we did have an incident last year where we had a fire. So please, if you do bring an air fryer, please use it safely and make sure it's got a European plug on it, and it's not surrounded by a load of perhaps kitchen cloths or anything like that, because it's a heated element inside and it can cause a fire. But yes, they are allowed.
Yes, and you need to call the house hotline to get it pad tested.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, and someone asked where are the fire safety posters?
The fire safety posters, there's one in the back of your bedroom door, or near to your bedroom door. There's some in the hall, by the exit doors to your accommodation, and then there's one big red poster which is found in your kitchen, and there's loads of interesting information on that, and it's well worth a read.
Thank you. And now we have another question for Amir. Amir, our next question for you is, with daytime visitors, is there a way to pay for daytime parking?
If you have daytime visitors, yeah, there is the parking is on campus, and I think you can just pay there for the day. If I'm correct, yes, that is correct.
Yeah, I think it's car park 1A that has pay display.
Yes, just behind the sports bar, and you can just park your car there for the day, and it's quite close to Wantage and St. George's, so it should be fine.
Yes, thank you. Now we have another question for Justin. Justin, our next question for you is, when do room inspections take place, and are residents warned?
Room inspections do take place. They'll be taking place now very shortly. You will be notified. We give you 7 days notice that we intend coming round to inspect your room. The purpose of the inspection is purely on a health and safety basis, and just to make sure that you are in fact looking after the room. We leave a note to say how you're doing, and if we've noted anything within the room which we're not so keen on. But we give you 7 days notice. They take place very shortly, so look out for that email coming to you. And we do them twice a year, in the autumn term, next 3 weeks, and then very soon after the second semester, at the beginning of the second semester, so the beginning of February.
Thank you. These are all the questions we've been getting for now. So if you think of something else after this event, please call the host hotline or message them on the tele submissions on the Home and House app. That are 24/7. They reply to you. I wish you a very happy stay in halls, and please remember to complete the check-in form, which is at the bottom of the Q&A, and complete that individually. And yeah, have a lovely evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.